Hey, welcome back. My name is Brandy Shaver. I'm one of the co-founders of Beach Boss Influencers, and today we are talking about a big one. The excuse that sounds so reasonable, that like all of us use, so logical, so completely valid that no one ever challenges it. Can you guess what it is? I just don't have time. Okay. You're working a full time job, you're raising kids, you're managing a household, you're trying to have some semblance of a social life. And now someone's telling you to create content, engage with people, build a brand, and grow a business on social media. When? That's what you're asking yourself, right? At 2 a.m., between soccer practice, between making dinner, or while I've got it in the oven. I get it. I really do. And I'm not here to guilt you or tell you to just wake up earlier or sacrifice your Netflix time, although that might be an option. That advice is tired and most of the time unhelpful. What I am going to do is show you that building your business on social media takes way less time than you think when you have a system. Because here's the real issue, it's not that you don't have time, it's that you don't have a plan. And without a plan, everything takes 3 times longer than it should. You sit down to post and you spend then 45 minutes trying to figure out what to say. You scroll for 20 minutes looking for inspiration that never comes, and you draft a caption, delete it, rewrite it, delete it again, and finally you give up and you've wasted an hour, right? I've done this before. Let me know I'm not the only one. That's not a time problem, right? That's an efficiency problem. And we're going to fix it today with the Grow, Engage, and Promote framework compressed into just 30 minutes a day. And I'm excited about this because if I can teach moms to build their businesses in the pockets of their time, we got it made, ladies. We got it made. So before we get into the system, let's do a quick reality check, right? Now, I want you to open up your phone right now or after this episode and check your screen time. Go to your settings and look at how much time you spent on social media last week. For most people, it's going to be somewhere between 2 and 4 hours per day. And you are still working a full-time job, okay? And most of that time you spent consuming, not creating. You're scrolling, you're watching other people's reels, you're reading comments on posts that have nothing to do with your business. You're deep in someone's vacation photos from 2019. And listen, I'm not judging because I do this all. We all do this. But what if you took just 30 minutes of that daily scroll time and turned it into intentional business building time? That's what I'm proposing. I'm not adding to your day. I'm redirecting time you're already spending. Okay. So here's the other thing. You don't need to post 5 times a day. Okay. That's what I'm getting at. You don't need to be online for hours. The people who are building 6 and 7 figure businesses on social media, most of them have a very focused, very efficient daily routine. They're not spending all day on their phone. They have a system, they execute it, and they move on with their life. That's what I'm going to give you right now. Okay. So let's start with the grow and let's put a time limit on it. Okay. Total time for daily activities for growing is 10 minutes. Okay. So action step number 1, batch your content, the Sunday sprint. Okay. This should only take you about 30 minutes. Now it might take longer if you're just brand new doing this, right? But you can, you'll get better and faster at it as you. All right. So batch your content, the Sunday sprint, 30 minutes once a week. Here's the biggest time saver I can give you. Stop creating content in the moment. When I started doing it this way, batch creating my content, I have so much more time and my brain is not like bleeding out because, I'm like hitting the pillow at 11 and I'm like, crap, I forgot to post. Okay. So stop creating content in the moment. Instead, set aside 30 minutes on a Sunday or whatever day, right? Block it into your calendar and plan your content for the entire week. Grab your phone or a notebook and write out 3 grow posts, educational tips, relatable stories, or short videos. And listen, if you need help with this, we actually have a tool called Lead Magics that does all of this for you. We have built this proprietary AI for network marketers that builds out your content and uses it the way we teach on social media. And you can automate the entire thing. Don't tell everybody, right? Okay, so grow posts, educational tips, relatable stories, and short videos. Then 2 engagement posts, so questions, polls, this or that. And 1 promote post, product story with a soft call to action. And then 1 wild card, something fun or personal, something you did over the week, okay? Write the captions, take the photos, jot down your video talking points. You don't have to post them all right then, although you could just have them and get them ready. So when Monday morning comes, you've got 2 minutes before the kids wake up, you just copy and paste and post and done. Or you can batch create the whole entire thing and schedule it into our Lead Magic's proprietary tool. And it's done for the entire week. You don't even think about it, right? And you can even do this on a monthly basis, okay? That Sunday sprint eliminates the daily, what do I post? Panic that eats up all of your time. Now, action step number 2 is the 2-minute post method. On days when you truly have no time, use what I call the 2-minute post method. These are posts that require almost zero thoughts. A selfie with 1-sentence caption about your day, okay? A quote that resonates with you plus 1 line why, a hot take or an unpopular opinion in your niche, a photo of your workspace, your coffee, your morning routine with a quick thought, okay? These aren't your best content. They're your consistency content. They keep you visible. They keep the algorithm happy. Basically, it's keeping the lights on in your business, and they take less time than brushing your teeth. Action step number 3 is repurpose everything. That post you wrote on Facebook, copy it over to Instagram, or do it on Instagram and share it on, Facebook. That story you shared on Tuesday, turn it into a reel on Thursday. That comment you left in a Facebook group got 20 likes. That's a post, okay? You are not starting from scratch every single day. You're recycling, repurposing, and repackaging. One idea becomes 3 pieces of content. That's how busy people stay consistent. Time investment, 30 minutes on a Sunday for batching plus 2 minutes daily for posting. That's your grow phase handled. Or, like I said, get lead magics and handle your whole entire posting strategy in, 10 minutes a month. Record for maybe an hour and you're done for the whole entire month. All right, engagement phase. This is where most people waste the most time because they confuse scrolling with engaging. Total time for engagement activities, it doesn't need to be over 15 minutes. And when I say 15 minutes, set a timer, okay? When it goes off, you're done. Close the app and walk away. Step number 1 is the power 15. Here's your daily engagement routine. Set a timer for 15 minutes and do this only, okay? Go to your notifications, reply to every comment on your posts, reply to every DM. This is non-negotiable. These people have already raised their hand. Don't leave them hanging. They gave you engagement. Please reciprocate, okay? The law of reciprocity is a law for a reason, okay? If you reciprocate, you're going to have more engagement and things on your own stuff, okay? Now go to 5 posts from people in your target audience and leave meaningful comments. Use 140 characters. I cannot say this enough. I actually got this hack from a guy called, what is his name? John something. I'll remember eventually. So not love this, but something real, something that shows you're actually read the post, okay? And then reply to 5 stories or engage in your Facebook groups where your ideal audience is hanging out and leave helpful comments. Answer someone's questions and add value. The timer goes off, you're done. Close the app and go live your life. Action step number 2, use dead time for engagement. You know those little pockets of time throughout your day that you currently fill with mindless scrolling? Waiting in the school pickup line, sitting in a waiting room during your lunch break, while dinner's in the oven. That is your engagement time. You don't need to carve out a special block. You just need to be intentional during the time you're already on your phone. Again, we're not trying to take away or add, right? We're just redirecting what you're already doing, okay? So instead of scrolling to explore page or go comment on 5 posts, instead of watching random reels, go reply to stories. Same time spent, completely different results. Your action step number 3 is create a hot list of 20 people. Make a list of 20 people you want to build a relationship this month. Maybe they're potential customers. Maybe they're potential teammates. Maybe they're people who've been engaging on your content. Every day during your Power 15, make sure at least 2 or 3 of your comments or your story replies goes out to those people. This keeps your engagement focused instead of scattered, okay? You're building strategic relationships, not just randomly commenting into the void, okay? So in time invested is 15 focus minutes per day. That's it. No more. I spent 2 hours on social media, got nothing done, okay? That's not going to happen anymore. Now let's move to the promote phase. Now the promote phase, this one takes the least amount of time because you're only doing it about once or twice a week. Total time for weekly promote activities is 10 to 15 minutes. So your action step, the while you're doing it method, the fastest way to create promotional content is to capture it in the moment. You're already using the products or working your business. About to take your supplements, take a 10-second video. Just finished a team call, feeling fired up. Do a quick story about what you love about your community, about your team. Got a result from your product? Snap a photo right then. This takes 0 extra time because you're already documenting what you're already doing. You're not staging a photo shoot. You're not scripting a commercial. You're just pulling out your phone and during a moment that's already happening, okay? So action step number 2, template your promo post, okay? Create a simple fill-in-the-blank template for your promotional post so you never have to start from scratch, okay? So an example, time period ago, so like 2 weeks ago, I was struggling with muffin top, right? I started using the muffin top melter thing, and now I've lost 7 pounds. My muffin top is smaller, and if you're dealing with muffin top 2, let me know. I'd love to show you what I've been using that's working, right? That template takes 3 minutes to fill in. Save it in your notes app. Use it every time you need a promo post. Change the story, but keep the structure, all right? Now, action step number 3, the one conversation goal. Here's your promotional goal this week. Start one real conversation about your product or opportunity. That's it. Not 50. Not 50 cold DMs, okay? Not a massive launch campaign, just one genuine conversation with one person who's shown interest every single day or once a week, and see how at the end of the year, how big your team is, right? Maybe it's someone who commented on your promo post. Maybe it's someone who's been watching all your stories. Maybe it's someone who replied to a question you asked. Reach out, have a conversation, see if you can help them. One conversation per week, that's 52 conversations per year. Even if 10% of those turn into customers or teammates, that's 5 new people in your business from spending 10 minutes a week on promotion. So time invested, 10 to 15 minutes per week for promotion. That's it. Now, if you want to up this, again, like I said, start doing one conversation a week. If you want to get really crazy, do one a day. Can you imagine 365 days later, if 10% people enroll, where will your team be, right? Think about these numbers. So let's add this all up. Your total daily time investment for building your business on social media is your activity, posting, pre-batching from Sunday, okay, like time equals about 2 minutes. The activity engagement power 15, that's about 15 minutes, right? Capturing content in the moments, that's about 2 to 3 minutes, depending on, you're going to have to become aware and all the things. It's going to take a little bit of practice. And then your daily total is 20 minutes plus weekly time, Sunday content sprint, 30 minutes. Writing one promo post, that's going to take you 5 to 10 minutes. If you use lead magic, it's going to take you less than 50 seconds. One promotional conversation, again, 5 to 10 minutes. If you want to take lead magics in, it's going to drop at about 5 seconds to 5 seconds. And then weekly add-on, 45 minutes. Okay, that's roughly 30 minutes a day when you average it out. Half an hour, the length of a sitcom episode. And the time you spend scrolling before bed anyway. You have the time. You always have the time. You just didn't have the system. So here's what I want you to notice. Nowhere in this plan did I say you need to spend hours creating content, okay? And nowhere did I say you need to be online all day, every day, 24 hours a day. And nowhere did I say you need to sacrifice sleep or family time. This is a focused 30 minutes in and out. Business built, life lived. Your challenge this week, I want you to time block these 30 minutes. Put it in your calendar like an appointment and decide when you'll do the Power 15. Decide when you're going to do your Sunday sprint and treat it like a non-negotiable meeting with your future self. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Brandy, great. That sounds great, right? But I need more structure. I need someone to tell me exactly what to do each day. Give me the templates, give me the prompts, map out the whole plan for you. And guys, we have that at Beach Boss Influencers. The place to start is to grab the social influencer formula because it's free, okay? Inside our programs, we give you daily action steps that take 30 minutes or less. We give you content templates you can fill in and post in minutes. We have a Lead Magic's AI that can build you literally 100 reels in 15 seconds. All you have to do is record them, right? We give you engagement scripts, promotional frameworks, and a complete system designed for busy people who don't have hours to spend on social media. But you can create a social media machine that brings you so many people and automate most of it through Beach Boss Influencers. So if I don't have the time has been your excuse, the social influencer formula is where you start. Get the freebie, and then I suggest you get the social recruiting secrets. I think it's like $27. It's literally built to eliminate that excuse because I was a mom with 6 kids. Carrie had 3 littles, right? We had jobs, we had household responsibilities, church responsibilities, sports, and every age group of kid, all the things. We needed a system that worked for busy moms, and no one is busier than moms. I promise. I promise, right? So check it out or DM us the word formula and we'll send you everything you need to know. We know you have 30 minutes a day, so let's make them count. See you on the next episode.